Hi everyone, I've decided here to make a demo video for you. I thought it might be useful to give you some tips maybe of how to improve your PowerPoint presentations, as I know that most of us as teachers have to spend so much time preparing content, especially when we're trying to flesh out the content of some books. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips that I learned over the years. Maybe you learned these already yourselves, but let's just go ahead. I hope this helps. So I'm going to go, instead of using this sort of template slide, I've never liked these template slides. I've always worked with blank slides, and I'm going to show you what I use to make them a bit more dynamic and colorful. So I'm going to go in here. This is a blank slide that I've created. And just to give you an idea of how to make your presentations maybe a bit more colorful, a bit more dynamic. Often what I do, I'm now going to use this as the setting for the actual main backdrop of the slide here. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to get hold of that image, copy and paste it, and now you can see you've actually got two of the same. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the first one, put it there, and I'm going to left click on that, or control click on a Mac, and I'm now going to go to Format Picture, and I'm immediately going to go into Settings, there, Picture Transparency, and you can now use that as a backdrop, and it actually makes the screen look quite interesting rather than just this harsh white, for example. So I'm probably going to use something so it's quite light there. Depends on how much text you want to see. Probably you're going to want something very visual to be able to see the main text. And then all I'm going to do is pull that down, pull it across there, and now that is going to be sent to the back. So that means now that I can access my text box page, sorry, the text box itself, and then my image is going to be there. And now I've got a slightly more interesting looking background image. And of course, I can now, if I want, change the transparency of that and make it darker or lighter. Generally speaking, anything above 75% is pretty good. Well, I hope that helps. And I've used that for hundreds of slides over my career, and even perhaps checking this one too. This is another thing you can try. The idea of this is to make it a bit more entertaining for the kids to see some words. You can elicit, picture 2 here, what's the weather that's happening there? It's rain. Picture number 3 is a storm. And again, maybe I'm not eliciting directly, but I would ask students there, what do you think that is called? And then I can bring in and elicit, if they need some help, the words thunder and lightning, and animate that. So how did I do that? Well, if I go back here, I can, don't forget, you can very simply copy and paste these shapes and drag them in here. But the key thing for these shapes and making it a bit more dynamic is by using what we call animations here. I'm sure some of you have seen these already. And then you want to determine how that comes in. Now here, I'm using a fly in. And actually there, how do I want that more to exit? So I might want to take off that there in number 1. Maybe I don't want that to fly in. I simply want it there in the beginning, but perhaps how do I want that to disappear? Go into exit effects, and now I'm going to go on fade. So as I use that in the PowerPoint there, that will now fade away, like you can see there with the word storm. The lightning bolt, that comes in. Try some of those things, see what you think.